Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Very nice to see all of you. Alhamdulillah. I'm seeing a lot of new faces. Actually, it has been a very productive month, Alhamdulillah. Mukkima, what I wanted to share with you is this monthly member stock has really started paying rich dividends, to say the least. One of our most crucial, two of our very important members, Mr. Brother Sajid and Muhammad Ali of SIS, they have been able to come to an MOU for which the monthly member stock has been an extremely important facilitator. And that transaction is valued at anywhere between 300 to 400 crores. And so it's a matter of great pride that two of our, director, Mr. Sajid, and eminent member, Mr. Muhammad Ali of SIS, they've been able to come to this partnership. We had conveyed this message during, in the group. So many of you maybe would have seen it. So you can imagine 300 to 400 crores of value creation by this joint partnership is something very significant for UEF, and I'm sure for each and every one and the members and whatnot. So, we are seeing rich dividends from our monthly member talk. That's what I'm saying. And of course, from the UEF Association and all of us coming together. So it's been quite an eventful month. Every month seems to be getting more eventful than the previous month. So this is just a highlight. We've just changed the format a little bit and put some pictures to show. So this was the board meeting that we had in Alder Leader's office on 3rd February. Keep going, Karim.
Yes.
This is the MOU we signed with the Sayyid Amal College for our Asia Center. Dr. Chinadari Abdullah is there in the photo. As you all may recollect, we are trying to sign 45 MOUs with all our educational institutions, where there may be a possible pool of 4,500 companies. So basically 45 educational institutions, part of the group, part of associated with the UEF. We have signed, I think, 7 MOUs. Nadeem, 7 till date?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we have signed 7 MOUs with the education institutions, which includes Miyasi, Sadak, C. Abdul Hakim, Islamia College, Sayyid Amal, this one, what do you call, Upper College. Who else have we signed? Tasim Bibi. I think we've signed 7 MOUs. So basically, 45 education institutions, 100 companies each, will give us a possible pool of 4,500 new companies. So this is the plan. So on the, in that initiative, now we have signed up with Sayyid Amal College in Ramnad, and Dr. Chinadari Abdullah is there in the photo. This is another very significant event, which was our graduation in our crescent. Of course, graduation by itself is a normal, every education institution has it. And but the significance of this is that we had Mr. Sridhar Vembu as the chief guest for this event. And he is also bought into the whole UEF strategy. He's bought into the Asia strategy. He's bought into the UEF's 4 trillion economy by 2050 strategy. And he has agreed to, he obviously came for the graduation, and he spent almost 7 hours with us. And he has also agreed to meet with the 45 educational institutions. And that's going to be in Kutralam, right? We're not going to have it in the city. That's what we discussed. This is a visit to Marina Mall. I think we've had Marina Mall presenting today. Cousin Mukrim is there. He's going to present. It was a complete eye-opener, phenomenal mall. They've done a fantastic job. We really wish them very well. Very, very happy to visit the Marina Mall. So this was a visit that we made. And we're also in discussion with them for possible investments and strategic partnership and whatnot. So I think he's presenting today. This is the MOU that I told you about, the MOU with SIS, which was signed on 21st February. And this is with Brother Sajid and Muhammad Ali during the signing. This has been going on for the last couple of months, but Alhamdulillah, they finally signed. This is a visit to Techberg's office. This was also in February. Techberg is one of our newest members. Brother Sharif and Malik Sharif and Zia are here in the picture, along with their team members. We hope they will become a unicorn soon. This is the Madurai chamber that we had a discussion. They are about, I think, 200 active members in the Madurai chamber, trying to take it up to 1,000 members. So this is the Madurai chapter of the Madurai Economic Chamber, who are going to be sort of associated with the UEF. Many of the members in Madurai chamber are also affiliated with the UEF. This is a session, another very interesting session. This was with the Nelpete Jamaat in Madurai. And it was a complete eye-opener for me that there is an area like this in the city of Madurai. So almost 1.5 acres of land they have in the middle of the city. And we are trying to work with them. UEF is trying to work with them to see how we can help them to set up a college, a school, redesign the mosque, and things like that. And for those of you who may know Nelpete, it is only like 1.5 kilometers away from Adda Meenakshi Temple. So we have UEF is trying to work with them to, sort of give some architectural ideas, some education and institution ideas. This is, of course, Miyasi visit to CIC. Brother Ilyas Said is there, and Shakir and all are there. We are trying to work with, like we've already signed the MOU, for the Asia Center. So this is a meeting where Miyasi had in Crescent. Next. This is, a meeting. We are partnering now with RICE. This is, you must have heard of RICE, which is run by Father Jagat Gasparaj. They're going all over Tamil Nadu trying to develop as a chamber. And their next summit is coming up in May 5th and 7th. So they very, very cordially invited all the UEF members to participate in this summit. This is a global Tamil entrepreneurs summit in London, May 5th and 7th. And we are a ecosystem partner for RICE. And of course, we had a meeting with Mr. Farooq Shahab and Mr. Bala of Orange Financial Services to work on Ajwa FinTech, which is our Islamic finance venture that we're trying for two-wheeler financing. So that was a meeting. So yeah, so as you can see, it's been quite an eventful February, and inshallah, I think every month as we go forward will be interesting like this. So that's it. I think I've finished up my time. I'll hand over back to Kaleem. So back to you, Kaleem.
Thanks a lot, President, for the updates given. Now it's time for the presentations. All the 4 presenters, I'm sure, are ready. A humble request is just to stick on to 8 minutes so that we pass on to the next. And whoever has got questions, you can have your questions ready so that at the end of all the 4 presentations, we will have a discussion, provided the time is available. So the first presenter, what can you say about this, presenter? Probably Chennai is known for Marina Beach. Inshallah, very soon it will also be known for Marina Mall, a mall that is built in the midst of IT corridor. In fact, we all would have heard about wow factor. You want to experience wow factor, I would say visit Marina Mall and you are sure to experience the wow factor. It's a 1.4 million square feet of mixed development, beautifully done. Without further explanation, I request the CEO and director, Mr. Mukrim Habib Saab, to share what Marina Mall is all about. Over to you, Kaka.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Respected President, dear members, brothers and sisters. So, before starting a little bit about the mall, I want to just talk about the founder, basically, which is a duty incumbent upon me. It is the brainchild of my late father, who passed away 3-4 months ago on November 5th. So he had been the inspiration and behind this with a lot of financial and moral support. Without whose thing, I would never be sitting in this meeting now talking about the mall. Basically, that is what it is. In fact, we entered the mall. He was a silent philanthropist and ardent social worker who was always working behind the scenes. He was affectionately known as Janab Sayyid Abdulkar was his name, and he was affectionately known as KC. And he, along with our respected founder, Janab Abdurrahman Sahib, was also affectionately known as Senana in our community, has done a lot of work as a 2-member team for our community in Kilakare. So that's about it. So, we started this journey in 2018 after having made a joint venture with a local company over here who was into contracting and making of residences, basically. We have faced a lot of challenges along the way, and we were basically invested in the same as landowners initially. Because of the challenges that we faced along the way due to the starting with the Lehman Brothers crisis and so many other things, they requested, the promoters, the erstwhile promoters requested us to take a stronger participation in it by bringing more money into it, and by having myself involved in this with a hands-on approach. So that is how the whole thing started. So let's start with the presentation. I think this is the external facade of the mall. It's arguably one of the best malls in the country as far as elevation and it is larger than life. And with the kind words that Nadeem gave about the mall, I don't have too much to say about it besides what you can see right now. We've got about 100 and odd shops in the mall, unfortunately, we started right in the moment of just a year before the Corona pandemic gave way. So otherwise, this mall would have been a household name in probably everybody in Chennai, which of course it is very appreciated by one and all, whoever has visited it, by all the investors in India, the who's who of retailing in India have all been very appreciative of the mall. And it is a 1.4 million square feet mall, which we have, of which we have about 580,000 square feet of leasable area, housing various brands, some of the brands you can see here in the facade of the mall, which is very evident. We have Spar as our hypermarket, holding about 50,000 square feet. Then we have Inox as our multiplex cinema operator. The big screen that we have in the mall is supposed to be the biggest screen in India. It is a technology which is similar to IMAX, which the other brands have. So this is a unique technology which Inox has a patent, and we've got the biggest screen in India for this mall. Besides that, we have who's who of retailing in India. We have all the Reliance brands, the Tata brands, the lifestyle brands. We have Home Center, and we have the Australian company Time Zone inside the mall, and we have about 20-25 F&B outlets. I think we can go up quickly, and as Nadeem remarked, it is strategically located in the IT corridor, and we are the only Grade A mall in a 25 square kilometer radius. If you go, the closest mall that we have, which competes with us in this geographical location, is Phoenix. So we are about 25 kilometers away from Phoenix, but right in the heart of the IT corridor, where you have all sorts of development over there. You have, as I said, we have got a 580,000 square feet of leasable area, 460,000 square feet of dedicated car parking only for the mall, with 3 basement car parking. And then we have a first class hotel over there, the 4-star hotel, run by the Regenta Group, with the tower you can see in front, and then we have a residential block coming up behind us. It's a 360-degree mall in the sense, when you stand right at the center of the mall, you could possibly see every shop in the mall over there, except for the low ground floor, which is below the atrium level, the hypermarket and the most of the electronics brands. These are the aerial views and external views of the mall, where you can see it's taken from different angles. It's got a super elevation, and we are also planning to do a lot of work in the OSR area, which is in front, which obviously was part of our property. And this is the internal view of the mall again. You can see from different angles. All the malls all the shops are visible from anywhere. You can, for example, if you go to the north side, you can see the southernmost shop over there. If you go to the west side, you can see the easternmost shop over there. And from the first floor, you can see the second floor, the third floor, the first ground floor. Everything is visible. It was the architecture was done, the conceptual design was done by Trabana of Singapore, who are very famous for their thing. And it is the first mall with ANPR technology, the CBS system, and we've done a top class parking system, which probably you will not see in any of the malls in Tamil Nadu, and probably 1 or 2 malls across maybe Delhi or Bombay, I really wouldn't know. There's ample parking space with 900 plus car parks, 1,200 two-wheelers, and all the parking bays are illuminated with and you can easily from one end of the car park and see whether you have enough parking space. In fact, we had to spend a few crores additional for. So as you see, these are the primary catchment areas. So all these people have only our mall as their access. Starting from Megatur to Perumbakam, Tallur, Mambam, starting from Perungudi in the north, going down south to even let's say Singleton. Please go to the next slide. Yes, and these are some of the famous tech parks which are near our mall. And in fact, the bank opposite the SIPCOT, and also like with the metro second project coming, the metro station is coming right at our doorstep. And these are the other offices. We take offices, all the offices on OMR Road, where again, which are basically our captive customers. Then we have a lot of residential, top class A grade residential things like like Kiran and Sejomania. And these are some of the price ranges, of the residentials available in these. And then you have all these villas again, with dedicated plots. And this company called G Square aggressively promoting OMR. And then in about 5 to 10 kilometers, we have the mega sports city, the likes of which India has not seen coming up. And these are all the schools which are again very close to our mall, a stone's throw away. Universities are there, colleges and universities. Our very own Mohammed Sarat Engineering College is also very close to us. And then these are multi-special hospitals again surrounding our mall. And we have ample number of hotels, 4 5-star hotels, 3-star hotels, right around the mall. From on the south, on the west, on the east, on the north, everybody it's filled with hotels. So once all this pandemic over, the mall is going to be buzzing again. To be very honest, I mean, in fact, in 2020. New Year's Day, we had close to 60,000 people visiting our mall on a single day. And these are various promotional activities that we do, to bring in as many crowd as possible, to see all these things. And these are again festival highlights. We do a lot of festivals. We engage a lot of expats. In fact, our mall is the home to the largest number of expats. And then we have all these active bloggers, who visit our mall regularly, promote our mall. All these promotions keep doing. So currently we're trading with about 111 brands and an occupancy rate of 88%. And again, these are some of the niche factors of a mall. See, you can see Home Center opened its 50th store in a mall. Lifestyle 75th store in Chennai. Again, in India, Time Zone, the first store in Chennai. It's an Australian company. Now we are on the terrace. We are coming up with a huge 25,000 play area called Dugout. And these are some of the anchors that are there. Who of retailing, everybody is there. It's a mid-market to upper mid-market segment. And then again, these are some of the stores, the vanilla stores, the inline shops that are there. And every category is taken care of. So it's a purely destination mall. And F&B. So if you come in the morning, you have enough activities to spend the whole day over there for everybody, for kids, for elders, and everything. So I would thank again President, staff members of UEA, dear brothers and sisters, everybody. And I would like to end my talk by invoking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Wa akhir da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Over to you, President.
Yeah, thank you very much. Lovely mall, absolutely fantastic. I didn't realize it was done by Subhana Design, but they've really covered up. It's a fantastic mall. Well, I mean, you've seen it. We've seen the pictures, and we wish Marina Mall and Brother Mukrim and all their family members, deep success in this venture. Inshallah, UEF will also try to see how best to support Marina Mall in any which way, any small which way we can. So thank you very much, Brother Mukrim, and then I hope we have got some special offers for UEF members in the Marina Mall.
Absolutely. Anytime, 24/7.
We've got something special for UEF members. I'm sure it will be very useful, and also for family members. Also for family members. I was asking you, do you have any special discount for family members? She said no.
Yes. Most welcome. Please, please, you can always welcome. Come, we'll give you a lot of vouchers. Please do come. You can avail of the discounts, various discounts and promotions. And offers that we can, we'll be more than happy to provide to all our family and friends.
We'll work out something. Please discuss with Brother Mukrim, and we'll come up with some scheme for UEF members, and I'm sure he'll work it out for family members as well.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Also for retailers, right? For Mama members.
Yes.
Space. Yeah.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Thank you very much. Back to you, Kaleem. I think we just slightly late. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. One of the best retail experience, visit Marina Mall. Okay, as the second presenter is basically into a noble profession of putting his own life at risk in order to save others. A person in COVID has handled hundreds of people personally and ensured that their risk of life is taken out. A person who is awarded the best doctor by TN government and also by Indian Medical Association of the state and central. He is none other than our member, Dr. Abdul Aziz Saab, who spearheads Miran Hospital at Tenkasi, which is a multi-speciality hospital. Without further ado, I would like to call upon Dr. Abdul Aziz Saab to share about Miran Hospital. Over to you, Dr. Saab.
And Assalamu alaikum to all, especially to my long-time family, brother, and our President Ahmed Buhari, and all the 58 members. Anyhow, you know, I'm a medical practitioner in the peripheral and rural areas. So I started my practice and the government service from 1984 in Tenkasi. So I was doing a private OPD and government hospitals. After knowing the necessity of emergency services to the local public and tourists, and the location, because it is near to the location with Kerala border, and all the family members of our chairman, presidents, right from our founder used to visit here. I started the 24 hours OG and the pediatric practice all specialists on call duties, conducted more than 10,000 deliveries in our hospital during the past 28 years. Now I have converted into a multi-speciality from 2019, especially as COVID has started. We started the hospital with the COVID facilities, and we have treated more than 500 COVID patients. So this is our hospital. In a nutshell, I have put on the front view. Our chairman has visited our hospital many times. So we have 24/7 all emergency care. We have intensive cardiac care, and we treat all the cardiac patients. A few of the ministers came during the last visit, and we treated them. And we treat them all the fracture and trauma care with the help of our orthopedicians. And we have a wonderful ortho theatre, and we have wonderful specialists from Tenkasi and Tirunelveli. We have a spine and joints replacement surgery. And in cardiology, we have a echo and TMT. But we have not established the angio because of the time we are waiting. And we do the obstetric and gynecology practice, and the pediatrician, myself pediatrician, and with a lot of my friends are there. We do neonatal care, and my son-in-law is a urologist and working in Tirunelveli Medical College. So urology and enterology, and we have 24 hours ECG, digital and X-ray, ultrasound room, and advanced lab services. We do some of the tests which are not available in Tirunelveli, because when ECG is normal, we cannot say that it is a ECG, no heart attack. We do some of the cardiac marker tests. Some of the doctors may be knowing the early signs, the injury produces cardiac markers, and we treat them by giving the proper medicines. So we do endoscopy by gastro. One of my brother's daughter, son-in-law's brother is a doctor, and he visits weekly once. We do endoscopy, and the neurologist visit. We do EEG and the nerve conduction studies. We have 2 modular operation theaters. So except this echocardiogram, the 24 hours cath lab, we have everything. And I am being one of the patron director of KIMS, Kerala Institute of Medical Science. It is a wonderful hospital based at Trivandrum, and we used to refer many cases there for quality and ethical and transparent services. Myself, Dr. Abdul Aziz, pediatrician. My wife is a gynecologist, and my son-in-law is a urologist. My daughter is a gynecologist. My son is a MD, and he did MD in PhD and Ramachandra, and he was in KIMS for 2 years. And my daughter-in-law is doing the family medicine. So the same thing is repeated. This is the 25 years anniversary. We had conducted camps and other things. So because having the facilities, why I want to have this hospital I should have this hospital in Chennai or Madurai or there, because it is an addition for my income only. Because in periphery, many don't, because I have seen my experience for the last 25 years. They will come with pain, no golden hour treatment. On the way to Tirunelveli, they will die. So the golden hour treatment is very important, especially for the tourists and the heart attack. What are the conditions you need to heart attack? This may be a subject to you, but I have to teach you, because many of our community people, even rich people, doesn't know the importance of people, places. They will travel from here to Chennai Apollo. On the way, how they can be affected, they don't know. So I want to teach them some of the golden hour treatment within few hours, 1 hour, half an hour, 2 hours. Heart attack definitely needs. Then stroke means brain attack. Then any coma means what is the coma? Hypoglycemia coma, hyperglycemia coma, uremic coma, everything coma comes. Then diabetic emergencies. In diabetes, hypo and hyper can avoid. And the electrolyte imbalance is a very common emergency, and people won't treat and people won't recognize until they know the subject. Respiratory emergencies is one of the common emergencies, and especially after the COVID only people started knowing the saturation. What is saturation? So for then RTA, road traffic accident is a wonderful, is a neat thing. Knowing that our chief minister has introduced the Inni Kapam Thittam, where the private hospitals has been allowed to do 1 lakh treatment in Tenkasi district. Our hospital has been recognized for that. So golden hour in emergencies, golden hour treatment is essential for all acute emergencies. Golden hour treatment means as early as possible. So heart attack confirmation by ECG and cardiac marker. Special test, we can treat it. Immediately we can give IV injections and the clot can be removed. This is equal to angioplasty. In angioplasty, we are dilating. Sometimes if you do injections, some cost about 12,000 rupees, 24,000 rupees, 36, 48. So after administration of this drug, if you do a angio, there will not be any block. So there may not be any necessity for further treatment. Diabetic emergencies, if you don't give sugar immediately, for low sugar, it will go down. High sugar, insulin and normal saline, it will immediately, they will be troubled. So like heart attack, for stroke patients, we can give intravenous drugs. So respiratory low oxygen level is common in all respiratory diseases like pneumonia, asthma. In COVID, immediate oxygen administration will save patients' life. So RTA, all road traffic accident needs immediate treatment by managing shock and proper dressing to avoid blood loss. All surgical emergencies should be treated immediately by identifying with investigations and scans. So the CT scan, X-ray and ECG which we have, and that is essential for the treatment. So cardiopulmonary resuscitation facilities should be available in all places, including the OP practice. We need an ambu bag and a few injections. All persons should be trained and educated how to give CPR, because in sudden death, if you do CPR, patient can be saved. So patient referral, only after proper stabilization, transport to a higher center made for prevention and the early diagnosis of many diseases. Cancers, all should do periodic checkups with the advice of the doctors. Self-medication should be avoided. Never consult medical store persons or to undergo test yourself. So take a Musaid. Emergency treatment facilities must be available in rural areas. We must make all the doctors to create the emergency care. Golden hour is important and critical in the management of emergencies. Prompt consultation with the doctor is important as advised by this. Do not self-medicate. CPR must be known to all to save precious lives if they are dear. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Sam. Highly appreciate. President, over to you for your inputs.
Thank you, Doctor. Like Doctor has been rightly saying, I'm not a regular patron, thankfully, of the hospital. I don't think anybody should be a regular patron of hospitals. But having said that, I think Doctor does great service in the area. It's a wonderful hospital. I visited the facility right from construction to all installations and rooms and everything. So they do great service. So please do visit the hospital as a visitor, preferably.
Yeah.
You are in the area. So thank you very much, Doctor. Very much appreciate your quick presentation. Back to you, Kalim.
The next presenter is going to be an organization which is providing IT integrated solutions to its clients. You will see, as far as IT is concerned, there are few who provide solutions to their clients as far as hardware is concerned. There are few who are good and specialists in providing software solutions, but there are very handful who are specialists in both hardware and software, and TechBug is one among them. To share more about TechBug, we have its CEO, Mr. Malik Sharif. In fact, when I was posting about all the participants, from Jamaat Muhammad College, there was a message from the vice principal, hey, my student is going to give the presentation. I'm going to be here. I'm not sure whether Samad Sahab is here, but he said me that I wanted to listen to my student, how he is pitching. Malik Sharif in the past has worked for Reliance, SIFI, Lenovo, some of the organizations where he held senior positions. Over to you, Brother Sharif, to share more about TechBug.
All right, Assalamu alaikum everyone. And I have Ziaur Rahman as well, who's my partner. We both spearhead one more organization called Brastax IT Solutions. We will probably briefly touch upon that later. This is a customized presentation which is made for UEF in specific. So it's a very crisp and in a very short presentation, without going into detail as to what we do in length and breadth. We are just going to keep it very, very short and sweet. So that's the agenda. This slide speaks about what TechBug DNA is all about. So TechBug is derived from the typical iceberg, usually that we call about. And when we say tip of the iceberg, what we see is just a little bit, and there is a lot underneath to it. That's exactly how the IT is being conceived, perceived, and then given treatment today. Not only in India, across the globe, as what people see is only the desktop, laptop, and they forget about what goes behind, and how does the complete works. So that's exactly where we chip in. We wanted to chip in and support our clients, and then tell them, hey, we are here. Don't worry. It's our cup of tea, and you can just rest assured that we take care of it completely. So in short, I usually tell to my clients that TechBug is someone who's there from your structured cabling to even we can build a data center solution. So even a warm shell is there, and someone wants us to come and say, can you give us IT consultation? We are there to help them to build it from their structured cabling stage to even building their data center. So this slide speaks about the line of businesses that we are currently into. As Sharif gave an introduction, we are basically a solution integrator who's both into hardware as well as software, and we kind of integrate the complete solution for the client. To start with, our bread and butter, we started this entity in way back 2019. It's a humble beginning. We started with 3 people. And Brother Habib said that they started in 2019, just before COVID. I think I totally agree with him, because we have seen a little bit of downside in 2020, but of course we are sailing through right now. So we started with PC server storage. That was a bread and butter, because I am a Lenovo person. I worked in Lenovo for 10 years. We started with that, and we are an enterprise partner for Lenovo products. Whatever they have, starting from tablet to their data center solution, we work with them on all the categories. So we also work on backup solution, cyber security, networking solution, and the mobile device management solution. The second arm is the professional services. Usually selling part is very easy today, but to continue the engagement and to support a client is the challenging domain today. So my philosophy is, usually when I hire a salesperson, I hire 2 service engineers, because that's the ratio that we go with. And we have a very specific arm which takes care of the professional services. Professional services, when I mean, there are a lot of critical things beyond laptop and desktop when it comes to data center. There's something called high performance computing. There's something called the software implementation of SAP, HANA, and Oracle. All these things requires month of time to do implementation. So that's what we specialize in our service arm. So we are into surveillance, access control system, and campus Wi-Fi solution. I'll touch upon a little deeper into it, because we have some specific solutions for different industries there. And we are at application development, website development, and also we manage the complete portfolio for a client. So usually when I go, we don't go, or my team doesn't do a selling, but we do a holistic IT consultation, including the telecommunication domain, which means we go as consultants to our clients and not as a mere salesperson. And I'm just touching upon certain specific offerings that TechBug has on the education institutes, because we've understood over a period of time that education institutes are going to rule the roost, or something of a very important pillar for our country that's going to determine what our next 50, 60, 70 years is going to be. So in specific to it, we have built a domain or a pillar inside TechBug, which gives some specific offering to the education institute. To start with, we have tied up with IBM. They have a specific course called Innovation Center for Education. It offers a 4-year course, it offers 3 years, it offers 2 years, and it also offers a 1-year diploma. So it's a huge version. It's a big topic to touch upon, and whoever is interested, probably we can meet one-on-one or give a presentation a little later. The second solution that you have designed for education institute is the smart class solution. This has been powered by Lenovo, and there's a lot of input that comes from TechBug as well, because there is a software part to it. There is also a hardware part to it. And very recently, we have tied up with an organization called Illumina e-learning, which specializes on the online exam tool designed for colleges and school students. Fortunately, this brother is based in Australia, but he's also an alumni of Crescent School. He's Mr. Ifam Hassan. So it's a very new development that has happened, and it's a very interesting development because now everyone is talking about online exams, online monitoring, so on and so forth. So that's a very interesting add-on. The fourth is the surveillance and the campus Wi-Fi. Fifth is again the same what I touched upon already about our bread and butter, which is PCs, server storage, HCI, backup solutions, cybersecurity network. So this is exactly an overview of what IBM Innovation Center for Education is all about. So this is nothing but a classic, engagement or a marriage between the education institutes and the industry. Because till few years back, the education industry as well as the market or the core industry, were in a different, tangent altogether. Now organizations like IBM, Oracle, Infosys, everyone is coming on, Wipro for that matter, coming out with their own curriculum, which is designed so that this engagement or the gap between these two narrows down, and that's the whole perspective of people coming into it. In this, IBM stands out, and that's the whole reason why we have signed up or they have chosen us, because this is a how should I put it? This is a software agnostic curriculum. It's a very it's not specific to IBM, which means when we talk about artificial intelligence or a machine learning as a curriculum here that they have designed, it's a common platform and not specific to IBM alone. All right, so quickly, these are some of the specializations that they have. It's totally 17 specializations that they have. It's there in the screen. And few of the things that's been going on or people are gung-ho about is AI and ML, of course, about IoT. There is a lot of noise with regards to cybersecurity and forensics. And the entire curriculum is designed by IBM, and the IBM also train the trainers here. It is not that external faculties, they will come and train your trainers, so that that asset becomes your own asset lifelong till the time the faculty stays with the institute. So this is the smart class solution that Lenovo has. So today everyone is talking about it, how to make it interactive, how to make a classroom a smart class, where the efficiency of the faculty increases, and how to grab the attention of the students or the kids today, which has become very paramount important right now. So this is again a very big topic. This particular smart class solution involves interactive display, software in it, and also the cameras and microphones. So I'm just giving you a small visual depiction. That's a huge topic to cover on. So this is exactly what I spoke about to you about our brother from Australia. The organization is Alumna. So, and this gentleman is also now nominated for the Best CEO Award for last year. And inshallah, I know we all hope and pray that you should get that. So he's been ruling the roost right now in Australia with regards to the online exams, exam domain. They've been doing really good. And they've tested water in Singapore and Malaysia, and they've just done the sign up with us right now in India, and we are the exclusive partner for this particular software. So these are all the different types of assessments that we can do with this particular tool with regards to online exams. So deliver high stake exams in venue, remote exams, practical exams in venue, and offline exams as well. So two different types. One is venue-based exam. This is how it works. And there is one which is called proctored exam, which is the proxy later exam. So these are all the two different types of exam. This particular app will enable to the institutes. And we just given you a very basic pictorial representation of how the entire scheme of things happen here. All right. So this is the TechBug campus surveillance solution. So usually people talk about surveillance and CCTV, and then they say that we bring the hardware, we do the the basic hardware setup to you, and then you are good to go. But what they are trying to do is building a very customized solution here, which can give you logs, which can give you a lot of reports, which will even tell you, which becomes interactive to you to say that hey, this particular time frame, this particular place, there are a lot of crowd, a lot of noise. You can probably control a little better. And it's gone to that extent that you don't even have to have attendance in your college. I mean, if you fix the cameras in the entrance with the ID card, it actually captures whether the student has come in and what time he has gone out, so on and so forth. It's become super intelligent right now. So we kind of pack the complete solution here in surveillance. We don't only sell the hardware. It's a solution driven like Mukram Habib Bhai said that automatic number plate recognition, that's also there in this solution. So these are a few of our esteemed partners. I'm sorry I have not added our clientele in this. Our clientele is that in this 3 years time we have added, very proud to say that we have added 90 plus business entities based in of course between Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Kerala. We are inching towards 100. Pretty soon we'll do it. And these are a few of our IT esteemed strategic partners which is there in the screen. Thank you so much everyone for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, Sharif Bhai. Very nice. Over to you, President, for your inputs, if any.
Thank you, Malik. I think it's a wonderful presentation. I think there's, of course, like you rightly said, the whole world is now getting taken over by technology. And obviously, UEF has to be in the forefront, of technology and technology solutions and whatnot, So it will be very good, with that. We in UEF can also cooperate among the, the techies, so to say. Khalid is there, Eterna, there's a lot of other technology companies. So we need to cooperate to see, how we'll be able to create a much larger pie, more value for our members, more value for the individual companies. And you all are obviously in the right track. It's a wonderful company and activities that you do. So it'll be very useful if the technology people group are able to cooperate in the UEF group, and we're able to give much more value-added solutions to the rest of the UEF community members. This is my request. So let us see, UEF will be very happy to work with you all on this. And all of you have minimum target unicorn, as we've discussed before. So we are looking forward to all your companies unicorn. And a small share to UEF as well. Don't forget. Okay. So, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Claim back to you.
Thanks a lot, President. Okay. Last but not the least, the final presentation is going to be done by our educational institute, which is from the Ramnath district, and it is called Syed Amal Engineering College. Basically, a college that started with a humble beginning. Today, it is one of the reputed institutes known for the quality of education they provide. It was founded in 1998 by E.M. Abdullah Sahib. Currently, the correspondent who is heading it is our member, Dr. Chiniduri Abdullah, one of the famous radiologists in our state of Tamil Nadu. So to share more about it, we have its principal, Mr. Priyasamy. Without further ado, I would like to request the principal, Priyasamy, to share about their college. Over to you, Priyasamy, sir.
So my hearty welcome to all the members of UEF, including the president of UEF. And this, I think, this is the only member from academic institution at as of now. I'm very happy that there are more stalwarts in the UEF forum. I'm very much pleased to associate with the UEF for the last couple of years. So I want to have a brief introduction about our institution. So our institution was established in the year 1998 by our founder Dr. E.M. Abdullah. It is approved by AICT New Delhi and affiliated to Anna University Chennai. And we have 2 NBA accredited courses. It's one of the prestigious certification given by Government of India. For the 2 courses, we have got accreditation. One is computer science engineering, and second is mechanical engineering. And myself is Dr. Priyasamy, working as a principal here. And so I'm working here as I was working as a vice principal here for the last 20 years. And total experience I have in this institution is 22 years. So our the brief introduction about our colleges, our promoters of Syed Amal Trust, and we have certified by ISO 9000 2015, and our institution is a private institution and self-financing. And we have both the co-education institution. It's a rural religious minority Muslim institution, and we have 7 UG courses and PG courses. And total area of the institution is 25 acres, and the built-up area is 38,300 square meters. And these are the promoters of Syed Amal Trust. There are 14 promoters, and you see the list here. Almost all of them are doctors, and we know the value of doctors during this COVID-19 pandemic. And they are running on Syed Amal Trust Hospital with the 100-bed, and there are other 2 hospitals are there, and they are doing the service to this poorest of poor in our region for the last 50 years. So these are the institutions and our Saidama Trust umbrella. So we have Saidama Trust Hospital founded in the year 1954, Saidama Higher Secondary School, Ramnavaram, 1965. It was it celebrated its golden jubilee year in the 2015, and Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was the chief guest of this function. And we have Saidama Metric Higher Secondary School, Rasi Kalaskan National Academy Montessori High Secondary School. So many institutions are under this umbrella. And at present, there are about 16,000 students are studying in our group of institutions. So these are the various courses are running in our college, be it EEE, CSE, ECE, Mechanical, Civil, ADS, CSBS, ADS, Artificial Intelligence, Data Science, Computer Science and Business System, and we have five PG courses: ME Computer Science, ME Real Estate Design, ME Embedded System Technologies, ME Manufacturing, and MBA. So these are the year of instruction from the year 1998 to and 2021. We are introducing so many courses in the engineering education. So these are some salient points of our institution, what we achieved and what we got through this last 25 years. So we are proud to say that we ranked 39th and in the university examination and 50th in November 2020 in anonymous examination. That's a very proud moment, and we received nearly 1 crore 16 lakhs grant from AICT for under 21 schemes. And our 3 department has been organized as research center by analysis. So there is so many faculty can pursue research and then pursue their post-graduation care. And we organize so many technical conferences under the umbrella of AICT and IEEE. IEEE is one of the prestigious institutions in America. It's called as the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. We organize so many faculty development programs under the umbrella of AICT, Anna University, and Atal scheme. And we also received grant from the Tamil Nadu Society for Tamil Nadu Science and Technology Society for student project scheme, student for publishing technical books. And recently, as we all know, that we are ranked under the category of band excellent category ARIA technical ARIA ranking. That's a proud moment because in the private self-financing category, we are the one among 93 institutions. And there are 4 departments in our institution got permanent affiliation by the NNS Chennai. And in the year 2008, our former president of India, Dr. APJ visited our campus and enthralled our students. We have MSME Incubation Center, we have IIT Bombay Remote Center, and we made MOU with the Ministry of Non-Renewable Energy Sources, Oracle Academy, National Highways Authority of India, and we are proud to say that we have a MOU with the Present Innovation Incubation Council also in the year 2022. We are the institutional member of IE India, and we have 100 kilowatt rooftop solar power plant facility in our campus in the year 2019. And with that, we got 70% of the needs from this solar power facility. And we received award from IPSL for publishing more number of patents. Almost 30 patents we published in the patent journal. Our staff become the source of strength for us for the last 25 years. We have 22 doctorates there in our faculty community, and 15 faculty members are doing PhD. We have 10 Anna University recognized supervisors. They are producing PhD scholars, and we have high percentage of faculty retention. Almost all the 60% of the faculty members having more than 5 years experience. Our faculty members published papers, more than 500 plus papers in peer-reviewed journals. They have Google citedness 8,800 plus. H index is 175 and I10 index. That is the index for citation. Faculties are acted as a primary evaluator for various Smart Hackathon India and primary evaluator for the TIE Hackathon. And our faculties acted as members in advisory boards of companies and various colleges. We have produced 42 PhD scholars, and we are guiding 22 PhD scholars. We have our faculty members published 25 books in various engineering streams. We received 35 patents and registered 4 copyrights till 2022. Our faculty members are members in various professional societies like ISDE, IEE, IEEE, and CSA, Computer Science of India. And our faculty acted as an editor for various reputed journals, including Elsevier. So our students are speaking our knowledge, and students are speaking a volume of education. We accomplished almost 6,000 plus graduates came out from the campus, and 650 postgraduate we came out from the campus. We produced 165 university rank holders, 101 in UG rank holders, and 67 PG university rank holders. And we produced 4 gold medalists in EC department 2004, in IT department 2011, and in ME Wheelers Design we produced successfully 2 gold medalists in 2020 and 2021. Our students become ambassadors for sports, and as well as the what is called as the working in MNCs, and our students are excelled in a GATE examination. They pursue research in India and abroad. And our students took part in Smart India Hackathons promoted by this current government. One of the alumni is a captain of Indian Langadi team. Is one unique game, and he is captain in India for 2 times, and 2 times he brought gold medal. And one more alumni, his name is called as Preman Sedarajan. He founded a famous YouTube channel, LMES, Let Us Make Engineering Simple. At present, he is crossing 949K subscribers. That's the most technical YouTube channel started by the students. In the year, in the February 4th, we made a MOU with the UF and Saint Engineering College. Our correspondent and the president of EF, Ahmed Bukhari sir, is kind enough to accept our offer, and we made a MOU with both in the year on 4/2/2022, and also on the same day and same location, we made a MOU with our incubator, Crescent Innovation and Incubation Cell on 4/2/22. This will be very useful for us because that day we had a lot of inputs about how to start incubation and how to make startups, and we are going to change the entire scenario of the college. And also, we are proud to say that in the year 2022 July, we are entering the Silver Jubilee year, and this is a pride movement for us. We are going to change the entire scenario of the college to make academic institution as an industrial hub for the various sectors in the various sectors of the manufacturing, IT, ITES, and also. So thanks for the UEF for kindly accepting our invitation, and thanks for the CAAC for making us made us a co-founder for sharing our knowledge and technology. And thank you for one and all for patiently listening to my speech. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Over to President for his inputs.
Thank you, Dr. Perisame. It's like I always say, after every presentation, I just realize one thing, that how little I know. So I don't know if you are aware, Dr. Perisame, I'm sure you are, that our founder, Dr. B.S. Abdurrahman and Dr. Abdullah were classmates.
Yes.
They studied in Schwartz School, and so this relationship between Said Amal and say UEF with the founders, it probably is almost 100 years. Or 80, 90 years, would be the sort of relationship. And I'm very happy that we are able to take it to the next level, and we've signed the MOU. And like you rightly said, it's actually education is transforming. We all know that, and yes, it's all going into a different plateau altogether. It's almost like the company and the education institution will be there together. And the education institution is a partner in the campuses itself. This is probably the future. And this is going to be, and if we can keep a global mindset, and one thing UEF has been trying to work with the government of Tamil Nadu is to see if we can support them become a $4 trillion economy. You must have been hearing CM's $1 trillion economy. Along the same path, we are trying to see if we can work with the government to take it to a 4 trillion economy. For that, all our members, and particularly the education institutions, have a phenomenal role to play. And, in terms of value creation, like you rightly said, there are patents, there are PhDs. So how do we make sure that this patent PhDs are getting converted into products and companies in campus itself? And then we are able to export this solution to the world. I don't know if that makes sense. So hopefully, if we are able to work together along with you, UEF, all of us will be able to create value. So Doctor, thank you so much, Dr. Perisame. And so wonderful presentation, everybody. I think, like I said, it's always very nice to have everybody there. I think we are running out of time. If there are just 1 or 2 questions, if they are posted in the room, we can try to take it. Are there any questions specifically? If not, I think it'd be better wrap up then. I think
yes,
this is, yeah. Okay.
There are only requests to personally connect, which we will do it, sir, with each
other. Yeah. I think that is the whole idea, right? We want to connect with each other and see how we are going to create value for each other. Please keep the 4 trillion in mind. We are trying to create a $4 trillion economy. We want to be a catalyst for Tamil Nadu. And we may be a small part of it, UEF and the members, but we can be a catalyst, right? Each and every one of us can be a catalyst. So let us keep that target in mind, and hopefully we'll be making progress as we go forward. So thank you very much, presenters. Always a pleasure to see all of you, and we look forward to closer interactions among ourselves, among the UEF members for value for everybody. So thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. Vanakkam.